Happy summer, everybody. This is Tanya from Tinkering and Ink with Tanya, and this time we are going to make this fun rainbow mermaid card using Magical Mermaid. It is such a sweet set. I don't know if it caught your eye in the catalog or not, but it certainly caught mine. It was one of the first stamp sets that I got. So we're going to use the ghosting technique again with Glossy Cardstock. I didn't use it much, Glossy Cardstock, the first time it came around, but this time I am really enjoying all of the techniques. So we're going to start with a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Glossy Cardstock, and I'm going to put some scratch paper underneath. And we're going to stamp with Versamark to get our ghosting. And I know the last time I did this, I said we didn't have to wait for it to dry, but I think that it does make things more vivid if we do let it dry. So this time I'm going to stamp and then set it aside for a couple minutes while it dries. Just Versamark. I'm going to start with one right smack in the middle, and you aren't really going to be able to see this. Maybe you can see it a little bit. So then we'll stamp the next one. And I'm alternating up and down. I don't know if you have any Little Mermaids in your life, but that's one of my kids' favorite movies from when they were young. They're all adults now, but they still reminisce about the Disney movies they loved. I don't know that this particularly looks like Ariel, but it's a mermaid. Kind of like genies and magic carpets will always make my kids think of the Disney movie Aladdin. Let's see. Go right there. I'm trying to do some a little bit off the paper. Just looks better that way. Okay, so we've stamped all of those pretty little mermaids. Now I'm going to set this aside to let it air dry a little bit. And we're going to talk about the colors we're using this time. So the top is Flirty Flamingo. Then we have Peekaboo Peach, Lemon Lime Twist, Pool Party, and Sweet Sugar Plum. I've used those color combos before. I really like the vibrancy and the purity of those particular colors. Most of those are in the in colors, some from last year, some from this year, and one of those is a subtle. I'm also going to use these glitter enamel dots, which are so fun, and they come in a green, a pinky purple, a yellow, and a blue, and you can make them. They'll match pretty much anything. I believe they're supposed to be Old Olive, I'm not sure. Crushed Curry, is this Rich Raspberry maybe? And Island Indigo. But with the gradations, they'll fit with most any. And yes, I did get a little carried away with my cluster. Glossy Cardstock loves adhesive. I think I said that before. Once you stick something on there, even lightly, it is stuck for good. So this cluster I wasn't real thrilled with the glitter dots. I wanted to move them, and they wouldn't move. So more is better, I think, is where this went. And this is some of the, I think this is the 5/8 inch. Yep, 5/8 inch burlap ribbon, and we're going to use some of this wonderful mini gold sequin trim. Love it. And let's see if this is dry enough. Might be dry enough now. Okay, let's check it out. I'm going to put the mermaid facing up. And we're going to start in the middle. I think I've said this before, it just helps get the spacing better. So, unlike any other paper, it's if you put this down straight on the glossy, you have a little wiggle room, so you don't have to worry as much about making sure you start off the paper. It'll smear it around and get rid of the speckly sponge look. And we'll move to, we'll go up with the peach. Where's my peach sponge? There's my peach sponge. And you do want to overlap a little bit. Make sure your fingers that are touching the white glossy are not inky, or you will have another color there that you don't want, that you can't cover up. Happened to me with the first one. I got green where I didn't want it, but c'est la vie. So here's some Flirty Flamingo. I might have to re-ink my ink pad, maybe. Maybe it just doesn't like to be as intense on here. I do overlap them a little bit, and then you can go back over with the original color. And we'll go with some Pool Party. You can lay a piece of copy paper or some other kind of paper on the glossy cardstock if you're worried about touching it with inky fingers. But be careful, you can end up with a line across there if you sponge over that. And the Sweet Sugar Plum. You'd think this light lavender color wouldn't be so strong, but it is probably the strongest color on this palette. All right, so there's our little rainbow. What do you think? It's pretty cute. All right, next step, I am stitching some wavy lines on mine. You don't have to do it. I bet you even have some dies that do some of the stuff, the wonky stitching, but I'm going to go do some wonky stitching and I'll be right back. Okay, some wonky stitching all done. We'll just pull those tails to the back. Maybe, if I can get the tails separated. There we go. One loop back. This one's being a little stubborn. There we go. Tack that down with a little bit of fast fuse. And then I did experiment with the brushwork alphabet. I wanted a waving hello sentiment. I did it in black on some vellum and on some white. And I think either of those would be cute. You could do it this way or that way. This covers up so much of the, well, that looks kind of cool. I think smaller would be better. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to stick with what I had planned the first time, which was the I'll never stop believing in you. That's what it says. Okay, let's get this down on the card base before I get too distracted here. This is a thick Whisper White card base that I've scored at 4 1/4. Trusty embossing, bone folder. Fast fuse this down. You can probably tell how much this paper likes adhesive. It wants to stick to my hand. Line that up nice. Yes, I did get the main mermaid pointing up. Okay, now time for our sentiment and the black ink. And again, don't have to worry about being straight. It's a circle. Just make sure you get it kind of centered. I think there's a little blemish in my stamp, but I don't care. I'm not going to worry about that. And we're going to use some dimensionals. I just had those. Where'd I stash them? There they are under the stamp. So we'll put probably 3 of these on. And a little smidgen of burlap and a little smidgen of the gold. Let's see, about how long did I make that? Probably 2.5 inches or so. And then to dovetail the ends, I fold it in half, long way or short way, and then the long way. One cut and both ends are done. And we'll fold this. That looks about right. Cut that. Peel the dimensionals off. Let's put a little fast fuse on the ribbon. Right about yay. And we're going to stick some gold sequin on there. About like that. And we'll stick this on top. And now for our glitter dots. These are so fun. Okay, which ones are we going to use? I think I'm going to I think I used a lighter one last time, didn't I? Yeah. I'm going to use a darker one this time. I normally use my paper piercer. Where is that? Where do you think? Maybe here? And then let's do a green one. Maybe a lighter green. Yeah, I know, I'm playing with it a little here. Here, and then I think we'll do one more little one. One of these lighter yellowy peachy ones. Right about, Why does it keep landing right at the base of her back? Why that bothers me, I don't know. I'm going to do it there. Get that out from underneath there. All right, I'm going to stop there. I don't think we need more gems than that. That's enough. And then inside, we're going to stamp the mermaid. Once stamped off, let's do peach this time. I think I like the peach. No, let's do the lemon lime twist. It's the color right in the middle. I know my decisions, they're so random. This one, I used the purple, the sweet sugar plum. And that, believe it or not, was stamped off. That's a very intense color. And that completes the card. Oop, did I put it in the ink pad? I've been known to do that. All right. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Any suggestions for future videos are welcome. If you are a U.S. resident, I'd be happy to be your demonstrator. If you're looking for somebody to sign up under, I would be happy to help you build your business. Check the links in the description of the YouTube video. You can also find the same information on my blog post, and there will be more photos and more information on the blog post. This is part of a blog hop, this card, and you can certainly go to my blog post and find lots more ideas for some of the new stamp sets in the new catalog. Until next time, bye-bye.